Hi everyone, it's Rax. Very excited to bring you this video. I have all classes to 100, and I played Firewall Sorcerer, Fireball Sorcerer, Chain Lightning Sorcerer, and I finally switched to Lightning Spear Sorcerer. And in my opinion, I haven't seen anything better, and maybe I'm wrong, but I believe this is the strongest build in the entire game. I'm able to do all content in the game very easily. Kill any tormented boss, go kill Lilith. I killed her like 50, 100 times today for people to get their Resplendent Sparks. Can do tier 8, which is the highest tier of the Infernal Hordes. Can do absolutely anything. So just to show you real quick, I'm not going to do a full run. Everyone's farming on T7 instead of tier 8 because it's way more efficient. Tier 8 is way, way higher health, so it just takes forever for not that good of rewards compared to 7. So everybody's playing 7. So I'm not going to do the full run, but let me show you one wave. Obviously, if we did a wave at the end, it would be more crazy and more intense, but I think just seeing this just for one wave and you'll understand the power here. So just to speak about the bosses, I just crush them. Like, no chance. They can't kill me at all. Full disclosure, I do have 2 mythic uniques, which really help me. I have a Shaco and a Tyrios, which are the 2 best items for that. You don't need them to play the build, but as I will explain to you here in a second, this is going to be a full guide. I'll explain everything to you. You do want to have very good gear before you switch to this. You do not want to level as this. You do not want to... honestly, you should probably farm with some other build, maybe all the way to 100 before you even try this. So as you can see, everything is dying. Nothing stand a chance. Nothing can kill me, even if they hit me. There's no chance at all. It can't do anything to me. This is so powerful, super fun to play, pretty easy to play. Not as easy to play as, let's say, Fireball, but really the only thing I'm really doing here is trying to summon Lightning Spears. You summon Lightning Spears, and you kill everything. So the whole point is, how can we summon as many Lightning Spears as possible? And that's how it works. Okay? So let's talk about the build here. By the way, massive, gigantic, full credit to Northwar. Northwar has been making godly builds for Maxroll for a long time. He's the one that theory crafted this build, and here it is. And if you actually take the time to read through the guide, he's going to explain everything to you. Very digestible, very easy to understand. He's a god. So he streams, so go throw him a follow. He has a YouTube as well. So let's start outside of the guide. I already covered this in another video. Let's cover it for 30 seconds. If you want to make a sorcerer, play Firewall in the beginning when you have nothing. Firewall is definitely the best sorcerer build if you've got nothing. There's a massive buff to Firewall. It does so much damage, especially when you get combustion. You pair it with Hydras, you're going to win easily. As you get more gear, you might get Chain Lightning stuff, which is good. People are kind of frustrated with Chain Lightning because Axial Conduit makes managing your mana a little difficult. It kind of pisses some people off. I could see why, but it's very strong if you play it correctly. Otherwise, you can go for Fireball. And if you get these gloves or this staff, even one or the other will make Fireball very strong. And if you get both, it's incredible. When you get both, I would go Fireball, and I would use Fireball to farm everything for Lightning Spear. Even if you read the endgame progression thing, and Northwar explains why, the starter build, first thing it says is, why are you even here? I told you at the top of the guide, don't play this until you have really good gear. It's true. You'll see why. Okay. Firewall into Chain Lightning or Fireball. You have some really good gear, and now you want to play Lightning Spear. Okay. So remember, the idea is we want to keep casting Lightning Spear. And the reason why we want to keep casting Lightning Spear is because of this power. Splintering Energy. Critical hits with Lightning Spear shoot arc lightning everywhere. And then the damage bonus is increased by your critical strike damage. So we want to buff this by stacking crit and critical strike damage. And we want to cast Lightning Spears, which inherently have a cooldown. So massive cooldown, massive crit and critical strike damage, and you will obliterate everything. That's the basic idea. So the main thing that you really, really need is Fractured Winterglass. And you might say, this is the Frozen Orb unique. Why in the hell am I taking that to play Lightning Spear? It's because of one of the roles in the middle there where it says Conjuration cooldowns are reduced by 0.4 seconds when a frozen orb explodes. So if the conjuration cooldowns are reduced when a frozen orb explodes, well, guess what Lightning Spear is? It's a conjuration. It's going to bring back your Lightning Spear. So how do we get as many frozen orb explosions as possible when we have this? Well, there's another power here, Frozen Orbit. Frozen Orb explodes 2 additional times. So all of this is put together to we spam Frozen Orb, blow up, to reset Lightning Spear, to throw Lightning Spear, and then everything dies. He explains all the skills in great detail right here, but that's kind of the gist of it. You can read the entire thing if you would like. That's the main idea. We're trying to reset Lightning Spear. So we need a Fractured Winterglass. The Tal Rasha ring is just super godly for sorcerers. If you've ever played one, this is like a staple. Just you do different elements, you get a shitload of damage. And then when you're first starting out, you're just looking for anything that will give you cooldown. Cooldown everywhere to bring back your Lightning Spears. So you're looking for a very nice cooldown helmet. And it's very important to temper stuff with Lightning Spear. There is over here, for example, Lightning Spear cooldown reduction. Obviously massive. The whole thing we're trying to do is bring back Lightning Spear. So then you can get Tybalt's Will. Tybalt's Will is going to give you, when you're unstoppable, 50 of your primary resource. This is going to help you with your mana. This is another issue that people kind of run into when they start piecing together the build and they have some pieces but not quite everything. And some people in my chat came in and said they regretted it. They went a little bit too early, but they struggled through it and got the rest of the pieces, and then they were doing fine. It's best if you don't have to solve these issues. It's way better to play Fireball and go farm the bosses easily and then switch to this. But there are a ton of solutions that he has here if you read the guide about how you would fix your mana, tons of different options. You could take the Avalanche Key passive, for example. You could take a ring with a resource power, for example, to help you. As you just saw in the gameplay, when you start to finalize your build, you don't have really any mana problems. And you also don't really have any cooldown problems at a certain point. And even at a certain point, you don't have any defensive problems. I mean, nothing can stop you. You're just dominating as you farm everything. So that's the basic idea is you're going to start off with massive cooldown, whatever you can get everywhere. You need the splintering energy power, which is what is helping us do a shitload of damage. Fractured Winterglass. Now you might say, okay, Rax, you're pointing at these uniques that I need. Okay, but how do I get them? Well, Maxroll has the boss table cheat sheet. Control F for find. Fractured Winterglass, you can see it drops from Zir. Where is it? Well, not Fractured Peaks, Fractured Winter. Fractured Winterglass drops from Lord Zir. Then so you can do the same thing. You can search for Tibalt's. Tibalt's drops off of Duriel. Talrasha drops off of Varshan. Anything that you need, you can just look it up. Start with Fractured Winterglass, and you're looking at that roll. It initially rolls 0.1 to 0.3 before you masterwork it. A 0.1 really won't work. A 0.2 or a 0.3 will feel really good about resetting your lightning spears. Then the fun really begins. When you start to get powerful, now you can do the really high level, what are these called? Infernal Hordes. Tier 7 is easy. By the way, you do want to farm tier 7. You can clear one tier 8 for fun if you want. It's going to take you forever because the monsters have so much health and the rewards just aren't worth it. But then you're going to go farm in T7 and it drops you godly stuff. It gives you a ton of Neath Iron, which is going to let you masterwork everything. Then you can start going for the uber uniques. You can go for a Shaco. Look how beautiful this is. 20% damage reduction. Okay. And 4 to all skills and 20% cooldown. And then you want your masterwork crits, obviously, to go into cooldown, so you can bring back your Lightning Spear. And then Tyrael's Might gives you 20% damage reduction. It solves your all res for you, and then it increases your maximum all res, and then does the big barrage damage. So what you can do, a very tricky strategy here, is when you're playing through the season, you can get 3 Resplendent Sparks. You can get 1 from just completing the reputation. It's pretty easy to complete. I completed it. I have it completed on all of my characters. And it's been like 2 days. I know I'm a loser and I play all day, but if I can do it in 2 days, then on 5 characters, you guys can do it certainly. Then you need to kill Lilith. That might be a little bit harder, but I think if you get this far and you get this build, you're going to be able to kill her. By the way, I kill her for people all the time. If you want to stop by the stream and you just can't kill her, you want me to kill her for you, I'll kill her for you. It's fine, for free. And then you get 1 from killing your first tormented boss. You can team up with people, share mats, kill 1 tormented boss. Dude, if you can't kill a tormented boss, go fight Tormented Varshan. He literally doesn't do anything. He's so easy to kill. I would recommend Varshan. And Zir doesn't seem to do anything either. It's weird. But then again, tormented bosses like Beast in Ice will like kill you 30 times before you hit the ground. So it's weird. But Beast in Ice has no health, so you can just kind of one-shot him anyway. Anyway, I'm just rambling here. My point is you can go hunt for these uber uniques, and if you can get those 3 Resplendent Sparks from doing those things, 1 tormented boss, Lilith, and then completing the reputation, you only need to find 1 uber unique, and then you can salvage it for a Resplendent Spark and craft 1 of these. Probably the better one to start with is the Shaco, because it gives you 20 CDR, which is massive, and the 20 damage reduction. Or if you're pretty strong and you can fight the tormented bosses and you can kill them kind of regularly, which it wouldn't surprise me at all, even if you're a casual gamer, I still think you can do this with how powerful this build is. Then you could hold your Resplendent Sparks, and then when you get a Shaco or a Tyrael's Might, then you can just craft the other one, and then you'd have both of them. That's exactly what I did. I got 4 Sparks, and I didn't have either of these. And then I played with friends. We did tormented bosses, and then I got a Shaco. So then I immediately went and crafted Tyrael's Might, and now I've got both. And now it's free. Now it's super easy. This build is also a lot of fun to play. It's very mobile, has insane AoE coverage. You saw me just deleting the whole screen. And yeah, that's about it. Why don't I close the video by showing you, I showed you AoE. You want me to go fight Lilith? I'll just fight her on the fly. No cuts, no fancy editing. Let's go fight Lilith one time and see how it goes. I have a feeling we're going to win. And by the way, I heard today people said that, did they buff Lilith in season 4. I never fought her. I haven't fought her for a while. Since what is it? Pre season 1 when she was impossible, when I spent 500 deaths trying to kill her. But let me show you a Lilith attempt here. And yeah, the biggest advice I would give is treat this build as something to aspire toward. Look for the CDR gear and look for a Fractured Winterglass. And then you see I'm going to spam Frozen Orbs here to reset Lightning Spear. Okay, here we go. When she spawns, just throw the Lightning Spear. She's going to spawn her ads. She's going to do her big attack. I'm going to Flame Shield out of it. Flame Shield, no damage. Phase 2. Easy. Look for the CDR gear. Go get the Fractured Winterglass. Get the Lightning Spear cooldown tempers on your rings. And then you're ready to start piecing it together, and I think it's going to go beautifully for you. Here we go. Phase 2 on Lilith for fun. Here we go. I'm going to hurt her very badly here. She's getting fried. Okay, she's pretty much dead. Now we have to dodge the little bolts. Okay, here we go. We run to the right. Just like this. Let the bolts chase us. If you're in danger, you can always Flame Shield. She got staggered. How embarrassing. Okay. Do some damage to her for no reason. It's forced phasing. You have to do the mechanics. I'm going to fly over here. We're going to run around and kite the bolts one more time. Okay, if they hit me, I don't know. They might kill me. I'm not really sure. Just don't get hit 5 head. And just run in circles. Remember, if you're in trouble, just use Flame Shield. Okay. And then she's going to come back here, Flame Shield, walk through them. The Lightning Spear is up. I'm in. I think you can do that. It's pretty free. Lightning Spear. This build is absolutely incredible. Please make this build. If you have any questions, come leave a comment down below or come by the stream. I'll help you. And you're going to love it. Trust me. Thank you.